Do we have audio now? Yeah, we have audio. Yeah, have audio. All right, sorry about that, Paul, and all the friends that are watching on the live stream there. My apologies. Jeez. Edgar, I got you, buddy. Paul, Randy, I got you there too. Theo, you're number one. Thanks, Theo, for joining. Sorry, my microphone was mute because I'm streaming both on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, I mixed everything. David, thank you so much, my friend. 1964 from Texas. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me now. Apologies. Again, as I was saying, everything used to work last week except this week. Like, you know. All right, I kept the mic for too long. Apologies. Anybody else would like to check in on Zello? Yeah, I got kicked out from here. Perfect. I don't know what's going on. Great. Everything's going great tonight, guys. Everything's going great. I forgot the mic off on YouTube. Then I kept this mic for too long. Then this shut down. Everything's working fine. Life is good. All right. Who else would like to check in here from Zello? And then we're gonna go to the people watching from Facebook. I gotta say hello to them as well. So let me hear you guys.
9 Oscar Charlie, 1957 Al from Alora.
Al. Sorry, guys, on
Did
YouTube.
I step on somebody?
Sorry, guys, on YouTube. My apologies. My sincere
Nope, not to my knowledge.
apologies. Everything is going wrong tonight. Apologies. Yeah, the audio. I have this problem on.
I posted a picture for y'all to look at on the Zello thing.
All right, so people are saying that the audio is a little bit choppy on Facebook. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. Mario, thanks for stopping by. We'll get to you guys 1 second. Oh, dime out. What does that mean? No, Dim. Dim, thanks for stopping by. All right, let me key up here as well. Dim, my friend, I'm gonna. The radio is on, but we're taking check-ins first from the Zello. I know you see the radio on 38. No, at this time, no. But thanks for stopping by. I'll mark you down as number 21. Okay. Uh, yeah, Paul is saying that the audio on Facebook is very choppy. I don't know if it still is choppy here, guys. I don't know if somebody can wave at me and. Oh yeah, very strong.
Your audio on the Zello is great.
Yes, it's wall to wall and treetop tall. No doubt about it.
Hey Ben, thanks for stopping by. UDX358, you're number 22 on the check-ins list. I don't know what's going on with the audio, guys. Hey Michael, long time no see. Tim Paracalo, my friend, Paracalo. CB Punisher, where am I here? Everything is choppy tonight. Everything is choppy. Nothing works. CB Punisher. Oh boy, nothing works. 1900. CB Punisher, your number. Yeah, the 465 looks amazing, eh? I know. It's a Radio Shack, not a realistic. So your number 23, my friend. CB Punisher. Pickpocket, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll mark you down on the check-ins list as number 24, my friend. Thanks for stopping and waving hello. Okay, number 25, we got our friend, no, Ben, I checked you in already at number 22. Yeah. I don't know what are we gonna do on the Zello is very choppy on the, sorry. Yeah, Bordeaux transmissions, I know, Michael. We need a new transmitter here on Facebook. I'm sorry. We need a new transmitter, but we are live on YouTube if you guys want. All right, let me say hello to Mark. Mark, thank you so much. Mark 207. I'll mark you down as number 25. And Paul is here. Yeah. Gary. Lance. I know Lance. I'm so sorry. Lance, you're number 26. We are on YouTube as well. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm sorry. This is what the story is with this Facebook, with this device I'm using. My apologies. Okay, my sincere apologies. Lance, you're number 26. Mario, thanks for stopping by. You're number 27. Audio is choppy, I know. Number 28 should be Michael 333. Long time no see. The board old overdrive. Yeah. Hey, Joseph, I know. Joseph, number 29. I'm sorry, buddy. 29, Joseph. All right. Guys, I'm going to turn off the stream on June. Thanks for coming, my friend. June, you are number 30. Okay, number 30. I got to shut down the stream on Facebook so I can restart. Okay, I need to restart. June, thank you so much. You are number 30. I need to restart the stream. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned on Facebook. I need to restart. I'm sorry. All right, so that's done. That's out of the way. Hey, 159. Sorry, I didn't see you here, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll check you in as number 31. Okay, 31 for our friend 159 Alpha Lima. That's Joseph. Okay, Joseph. Yeah, now I got you. Yeah. Yeah, just Facebook. Yeah, I know. Hey, JG, thanks for stopping by, my friend. JG, number 32. Number 32, JG UDX 76. All right, let me restart the let me start the stream again and hold on just a minute, guys. All right. So let me start the stream again and click here and click here. Now it won't let me close. Go. All right, we're going back on we're back. Okay, What the hell is going on tonight, guys? It's not meant to be. What an embarrassment tonight. What an embarrassment. Nothing works. Nothing works as it should. Sorry, guys. I started the stream again on Facebook. Check it out. See if it's choppy again. Let me know if it's choppy. Apologies. All right. I think this time is it might be good. So you can watch us on. All right, you can watch us on Facebook again, whoever wants to. All right, sorry for the delay, guys. Again, nothing works tonight, so let me hear you. I need a cigarette. Of course, I used the pack to just. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Ken, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. All right. I'm listening, guys. Hey, Ken, thanks for stopping by. All right, guys, can you hear me? Let me talk to you. Talk to me. Talk to me.
you're 5x5, Nick.
Well, Nick, I can pick you up on the Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. But I cannot pick you up on Facebook at all because YouTube gives you nothing but damn commercials. Wall-to-wall, treetop tall there, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I restarted the stream on Facebook. Just refresh the page, refresh the channel page, and you should be able to get to the stream. And this time, I think it's not choppy. I think we fixed it. Yeah, we fixed it.
Working great on Facebook.
Yeah, we fixed it. 10-4 there, Randy. If I can adjust that a little, just a. All right, let me see. Okay, guys, who else is here and would like to check in? Mark, we should be okay now, eh? The audio should be good. Lance, thank you so much for coming again. And Mark, sorry, guys. Again, nothing works tonight. Every 5 minutes, this app kicks me out, and nothing works tonight. It's like somebody throw a curse on us. Somebody threw a curse. Nothing works. Let me hear you guys on Zello. Come on, let's go.
Well, what are we going to talk about?
Well, a buddy of mine's coming tomorrow, and we're going to try to take my antenna down to put new coax on my antenna, and hopefully I'll be back on my. Hopefully I'll be able to use my Anytone. Yippee!
Sorry, guys, for coming late. I had to disappear dealing with water table stuff in the river here. Anyway, 9 Oscar Charlie 923, avoiding the flood here in Seabright. Personal Mike. Good evening, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for stopping by. You're number 33, okay? Uh, Whatever you did, it's more important, so don't worry about it. We're having tonight so many difficulties. Started with no audio, and then the audio here on Facebook is choppy, and then the Zello keeps kicking me out. Unreal tonight, unreal. So thanks for stopping by. You're number 33. Anybody else, guys, would like to say hello and introduce themselves? Over.
102 checking in.
Yes, Mr. 102, you are number 34. I didn't see your first personal there. Can you repeat, please? Hi, June. Thanks for coming. Sorry for the audio. Now the audio is
That's
better.
Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike, of course. We fixed the audio, June. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let me go back to where was I? Where was I? I was here. All right, 277. Okay, I don't know if this is true, guys. We got Randy here, 277, saying sitting in a canoe and watching us live. Okay, so canoe, we're in Hamilton. Do you want to elaborate a little bit there, Randy?
Row, row, row your canoe gently down the stream. Throw Randy overboard. Listen to him scream.
See, we got a song for you already. We got a song for you. Good stuff. Good stuff. See, thanks, Matt. Thanks for the song. Come by my office. I'll write you a check. All right. Okay, guys. Today's topic, and I guess every time we need to discuss about this, right? Why do you need so many radios? What is wrong with you? Why do you need so many radios? Oh, the dude said flooding. Ah, come on, Randy, you're killing me.
Well, the reason why I'm using my tablet, Nick, is because Sunday night my church had a fellowship, and I were with a buddy of mine, and he had a bucket of chicken, and the bag was greasy, and I had the bag of chicken in one hand, and my phone in the other hand, and my hands were so greasy, my phone slipped out of my hand, and bang, hit the concrete, and I shattered the screen. But I ordered a new screen, and it came Wednesday, and my brother's going to try and fix my phone tomorrow. Hopefully he can, and I'll be good to go. If not, I'll just have to get me another phone.
Good stuff there, Matt. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry to hear that you broke the screen. That sucks, man. That really sucks. So Randy's making fun because he's waiting on a canoe for the flood. That's anybody on 27345. 27345. I don't know if I can receive tonight. I don't know what's going on with my system here. Anybody on channel 34 got any skip conditions? How is the skip conditions, guys? Tell me.
Non-existent.
So like from 0, if you divide 0, you will end up with a hole.
27385 is perfectly quiet in my part of the world. In the Super Bowl, super faint.
Yeah, so Dim is asking, because he's calling on 34 971 mobile. Dim, I have you here on the check-ins list. 975. You're number 21, okay, on the check-ins list. Thanks so much for being here. A good way, as Ryan mentioned, is you go to channel 6 AM. If you don't hear the big stations there, that means there's no conditions at all. Okay? And JG just mentioned that he turned on his radio after work today, and there is no skip there. So yeah, I don't know if it's from what you may call it, the flares and the solar flares and all that, but definitely there is no conditions. Laird, thank you so much. Don't worry for being late. We have all kinds of difficulties tonight. No audio, choppy audio, Zello kicking out. Everything is embarrassing tonight. Very embarrassing. So thank you, Laird. I'll check you in as number 35. Okay. Yes, Dim, you go to channel 6 AM and you listen. And if you don't listen anything there, that means there's no conditions. Okay, this is how we can tell if there is conditions. If you go to channel 6 and everybody's booming, then chances are that on channel 38 and 35 and 34 and 36, 37, 39, 40, chances are you will hear people there talking. Yeah, that's better. That's a little bit better. Okay, so anybody wants to start? The question was, why do you need so many radios? I want to say hello to Ron from Nova Scotia. Oh, I gotta move this camera. Sorry. Yeah, just like that. I got two cameras rolling at the same time. Big mess, wires everywhere. The cat is all over the place, pulling the wire, chewing the wires. It's crazy here, man. Ron, I'll check you in. Thank you so much. You are number 36. Okay, you are number 36. All right, let me hear you guys. Why do you need so many radios? Who's gonna be first?
Well, I need one for the upstairs, my computer room. I play video games and everything else. Next radio has to go into my bedroom where I sit there to ignore my wife. The third radio has to go down to the basement so I can ignore my wife and everything else. The fourth radio has to go into my duck coop in summertime where I can talk to all the truckers and everything coming up and down.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. Eric, you forgot the most important thing. What about the washroom? Which radio do you have over there? Do you have a mini radio there or a full-size radio? Hey, Dave, thanks so much, David, for joining.
I got AM radio, what do you call a walkie-talkie, to talk to the guys who shoot the ducks in the area.
I'll mark you down on the check-ins list as number 37. David, thanks so much for being here. I don't know how the picture looks like. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Kinda. All right. Where are the big players tonight? I don't hear any big players, okay? So the big players are supposed to take over and start talking, because if we have new guys here, the new guys are listening to me talking and they're like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? You gotta... Randy says, Baofeng for the washroom. Of course, it's portable. Can't go wrong. That's funny. Ay, ay. Ah, bless you. Bless you. Bless you there, my friend. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Good job. Hey, JT. Here I come in like a wrecking ball from South Carolina. Thanks for the invitation. Dirty Diaper 21, South Carolina on Facebook. Thanks so much, buddy. I'll check you in, okay? I'll check you in. You're number 38, okay? Number 38, JT 21, South Carolina. Thanks so much. We are here once again. June, I checked you earlier. Let me see. June. Yes, you're number 30, June. You're number 30. 9 Oscar Charlie 1010. Yeah, I'll write that down. Rome got no. Thank you so much. All right. Who else would like to say something? Please feel free. The floor is yours. Where are all the big players? Where is Adam tonight? Where is Adam?
Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you. I take, when I'm in the shit house, talking to my other unit, I have the antenna right up the stink pipe. No problem. I pick up all kinds of truckers and everything coming up the Highway 6 and where I live, and all the cottages coming up and everything. And no problem. I just go break a 1-9 and all kinds of responses.
I'm saving my pennies. Who else is looking forward to Hamfest season?
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Great idea. Thanks, Mario, for coming back.
Oh, I definitely was, but I don't know. I think I might have to invest in sandbags, more sandbags instead of a new radio. Over.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. So one camera shows it dark.
Oh yeah. You take care of that house there first. Yeah, I think next weekend Durham kicks up Hamfest season.
Yeah, I was hoping to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not, but we'll see what happens here on the river.
Well, anybody that does go to any of the Hamfests, if they leave the Zello on and just kind of announce that they're there, then, other people can meet up and have a coffee or at least a face-to-face, right?
I got you, Mario. Thanks. I got you at number... where are you? Number 27, Mario, 510. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I will definitely have my Zello on, even though I'll be probably videotaping, but in between here and there, I'll have my radio on. I don't know if Ted is here. Ted, are you planning to come in? Or let me guess, Ted and Dan and Wayne are talking on the radio.
No, not tonight, Nick. Sitting here listening, enjoying, and studying Facebook because it's that time of day.
Yep.
I think there's no conditions probably with Dan there, but I'm sure I could talk to Wayne, no problem.
Might be able to catch some gray line skip there, Ted.
Well, JG says turn on the walkie-talkie in the house, and he can hear people on Channel AM, the big guys. Yes, Dim. Yes. Dim. Again, one more time. You are not the father. No, I'm joking. You are number 21, Dim. 971 Dim, you're number 21 on the check-ins list. Go ahead, Ted. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, I didn't really have any anything too important to say, but yeah. Sorry I missed last week there. Forget what I was doing, but must have been something important.
I got 4 radios, but I only need 2, so got 2 for sale.
Okay, last time I checked, Jesus Christ said if you have 2 jackets, share 1 jacket. So which one are you want to share? Oops. Didn't like my joke? Come on. Ay, ay, ay. 1521. Also there, 1521, I didn't check you in. I'll put you in as number 39 because you keyed up and you started sneezing, and then I couldn't understand what you were saying. So if you want to just tell me your first name so I can write you down here as number 39 and tell me which radio are you selling. Excuse me.
It's Gary Bob Jason, and you did get me there before. Yeah, I got a Texas Ranger 797 that's brand new, and realistic 450, you know, one of the old guys.
Yeah, everybody's on the computer. Try to see which radios are that. The Ranger sounds like a good radio. I want to say hello to our friend Catalyst, UDX 122. Thank you, my friend. You are number 40. Okay, you are number 40. Sorry, number 39. Sorry, my bad. Number 39, UDX 122 Catalyst. Thank you so much. Anybody saw this radio, the Ranger guys? Is it the one that like the Trump radio that I made? Ted, do you know?
There's a video on my listing that we're you can have a look at it.
Now you do know that's the same thing as a RCI and a Galaxy, and you know, same radio, different name.
Yep. Same radio, different name.
Am I missing a lot of conversations, or is there just a lot of dead time between people keying up here?
There's a lot of dead time before people are keying up. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. And you have to think before you talk.
Yeah, it's not the way of the channel, typically. Must be phase of the moon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, usually, I mean, it takes you 7 or 8 times to key up, and tonight I thought maybe there was something going wrong. Hey, anybody heading to the Hamfest, copies on me next weekend, okay? When you get up to the booth, just say, hey, Laird's paying. And Nick, did you get my text message about releasing that one pending post?
Where's the Hamfest?
Hamfest is in Pickering. It used to be called the Pickering Rec Center, but now it's got some big corporate name attached to it, and I can never remember what it is. But if you go to DurhamHamfest.com, all the information is there. It's just off the 401 up Rock Road in Pickering.
Hey, Dominic, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. You're number 40, okay?
Looking forward to it. Saving my pennies.
These hamfests, do you have to be licensed to attend, or can anybody go?
Anybody can go.
I think if you got your $5 at the gate, chances are you're getting in.
Actually, $10. $10 at the gate, and that's equivalent to a license because it has a serial number on it. So, no, it's open for anybody. There's no requirements to go to a hamfest.
Some people $10. I've heard the other one $7. I don't know what's going on.
Depends which hamfest you're at. I think Hanover was $5, and I think Dorchester was $5.
Yep, and the cost of the venue is more or less what dictates it, guys. You know, when you rent a facility in Pickering, it costs a heck of a lot more than to rent a facility somewhere else. You know, like in a smaller venue or a smaller town. But then, too, I think this is one of the largest ones in Ontario now, because several have been dropping off. So the Durham Hamfest is big. It's one of the largest ones in Ontario now. So there's trade-offs, but yeah, unfortunately, it's just economics. You know, when you the price of a facility that we would need to run the Hamfest, that's what you run into.
You know, I think the Milton Hamfest was the best one. I met Nick there, and I enjoyed it. And a lot of the radio makers were showed up, and I don't know, for $7, it wasn't bad.
Well, come out again next weekend and meet him again.
That's the idea. That's the whole idea. I want to see them again. I'm going to get a bunch of shit this year. I bought a beam from Nick when he was showing up to Milton. That was last year, Milton Hamfest. And I got more plans. I got I'm living in the boondocks, so I'm like Ted. You got to get out like big time.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you see it, that's the time to buy it, because if you wait and go back an hour later, it may be gone.
Or it may be discounted.
Yeah, a lot of times though, you go to Hamfest and you walk up to a table and ask the guy if the radio works, and you take it home and it doesn't work, then you're just out of luck, you know. The guy stiffed you.
Oh, it worked last time I used it. What a pile of crap.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Well, I hate to tell you this, that happens in the CBs too, but I can only speak from my experience, and I've had good experience with guys, and I don't think I've ever picked up a boat anchor, you know, something that didn't work when I got it home. So I've been lucky, but yeah, I do understand that does happen, unfortunately. But yeah, it's you know, a lot of times, you know,
You can't hardly trust anybody anymore.
So far, I've had good luck. Anything I bought at a Hamfest, you run into a bunch of good people there.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I think most guys are, you know, whatever. They're just going to tell you the way it is, right? It works or it doesn't work, right? Like, I don't think of most of those guys that go to the Hamfests and the tables there are trying to pull anything over on people. Like,
A lot of them have their amateur radio certificate license posted if they're an amateur radio operator. It's like you can't find out who they are and get in touch with them.
You know what's really bad nowadays, guys, and that is people who are buying equipment, like online. They'll see that you have XYZ radio, and they also have an XYZ radio, but it's got a bad board, so they'll purchase it from you. You'll ship it to them. They'll take out your good board, put it in their bad machine, and put their bad board in your machine, and then call you up and say, hey, this doesn't work. I want my money back. And, you get it back. It's the same serial number and everything, but they've swapped the board. So a lot of guys are even, a lot of sellers nowadays online are just saying, all sales are final, and that's it. So that's another thing you got to watch out for, too.
All sales are final and untested. It does not know if it works. Don't bring it back. That kind of thing. I understand that. I do buy radios from eBay and that, but not very often because they charge too much for shipping. They're reasonable, like from Quebec area. They're pretty good. So what I do, I get them. They're broken. I can fix them. I actually can fix them. And, except for microphones. I had those that I had trouble with. Oh, sometimes they drive me nuts.
I'm curious about these Hamfests. Is this a place where you could buy, I don't know, like a used antenna or something? Or is it just radios?
Oh, they sell anything and everything. Radios, antennas, linears, power supplies, you name it, they sell it.
Yeah, it's basically just like a big flea market for amateur radio stuff. You'll have new stuff, you'll have used stuff, and everything between. I think you guys should put pressure on Nick for him and Ted and a couple of others to get a table and stack all their CB stuff on there, because CB stuff actually sells pretty good at Hamfest too.
I'm starting to think CB is going to become hot again in the next 3 to 4 years.
I think it's been kind of hot. I think it's kind of starting to die off from what I'm seeing anyway. But kind of runs with the skip, right? Like, people see the skip is on the upturn, they get all excited. They want to get back into it, but I don't know. I've had a couple of radios for sale now for quite a while, and nothing. I don't think I have them like overly priced.
I went to a Hamfest back in the early 90s, and I'm telling you, nobody gave a shit. Only the ham guys were there, true ham guys. And then later on, it got better and better and better. And around 1999, things started to improve a lot. But still a little bit funny. About 2004, when Trudeau showed up. I don't know what happened, but things all of a sudden improved. I guess they're trying to call the Russians. They're coming.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems
We got disconnected.
the CB world a year ago was selling pretty good.
We
but,
got disconnected.
I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of the same stuff sitting for sale. Some of it at prices that would have been snapped up quickly, like a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever, right? So I don't know. Be interesting to see what happens here in the future.
Yeah, I was watching a video of Lester's Custom Truck Shop. He was putting an echo board in one of them Bearcat radios. And, he was saying the details and everything. And I don't see it. And, he's good at what he does.
a fellow I met in Dundalk. He was about 90 years old. He passed away, unfortunately. Nice guy. I got an antenna from his wife and a bunch of old radios from him that all didn't work. I fixed them all, but they all didn't work. And, it's a shame that this happened, but it happens. And nice guys, and you pick up the stuff, and the wife had no idea what the value is, so I just give them the best price I can.
Yeah, I think it was Perry that was asking about Hamfest. Yeah, certainly go to one, take a pocket full of cash. Worst thing can happen, you're out $10 and you come home with all your cash. But you'll meet a lot of nice people, and there's a lot of stuff there to pick through too.
Or watch one of my videos of the Hamfests. I've got all the videos. Well, 99.9% of the videos in Ontario. So go to YouTube on the Ontario CB Club and scroll down and find the Hamfest, and you will see.
All right, I'll leave your live and I'll go look at one of your videos.
Nick, I love all your Hamfest videos. They're very, very good. I mean, I'm a suck when it comes to videos. You did a good job. I have to congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just scrolled down on your YouTube page and seen the thumbnail of Must Watch the 111 guy, and it's that hairy guy. What's that thumbnail about?
It's just a comedy video, but you can go ahead. You should find the one that says the interview. I did an interview. Where's my pen? I lost my pen. I want to say hello.
He's a handsome individual, whoever he is.
Yeah, no, that's an AI picture. It's not him.
Oh yeah. Two.
Getting back to videos, I think the best Hamfest video Nick has up there is one for, I think it's the Durham Hamfest, but then I may be partial. I'm going to have 3 radios there. Actually, I'm going to have 3 working radios there next week, CBs. And one that's dead. It receives no problem, but it doesn't transmit. I think it's a Cobra 142. Is it the 142, Nick? The base station.
Oh.
142 won't transmit. Check your white wire on your microphone from the top all the way down to the radio. Make sure it's connected or working properly. That's a major concern.
No, I think it's more than that. I had new finals put in, and I think they got toasted the first time I keyed up again. So I think there's something going on with the power supply, but yeah, that was fun. So, but I'm not going to bother putting any more money into it. So I don't know what a half working. I think it's a 142, but I can't remember because it's down in the storeroom right now. But yeah, at least there'll be, there won't be a lot of CB equipment there necessarily as far as radios, but they'll be fair enough. And as I said, I've got 3 working ones, and they're listed on the Ontario CB Club website right now, so you can take a look at them. But yeah, there's stuff like there's usually a couple of Antron 99s there. Probably not too many specialized CB antennas, but an Antron can be used for multiple bands, so that's why you'll see some of them there. And then, of course, if you're looking for coax and that, it's a great place to go. Anyways, I'll quit advertising and let you guys get back to it.
All right. Yeah, I think it was the 142. I think it was the 142 there, Laird. But again, I'm not 100%. I want to say hello to Mark. I haven't seen you here before, so thanks so much for watching there on the live stream. Mark, I'm gonna write you down as number 41 on the check-ins list, and Ryan also on number 42. Thanks, guys. This is our Friday night live net. we use the Zello walkie-talkie app that you can download yourself if you want, and create a name there, a profile with a nickname, your handle, or anything, and just create a profile and join us. We do this every Friday night at 9 p.m. And we use this app because there's never conditions on 11 meters so that we can use the radio. So we do monitor, see, I totally forgot about it. We do monitor channel 16, lower side band. That would be 27,155, but there's no conditions right now, so there is no point. Maybe a couple of locals. All right, so thanks for that. Yeah, Jim says something, install the radio. Yeah, the ladies, I don't know, the ladies, if they like the CB radio. Back in the day, it was very popular. Every home had one, and people had one in the car. And back then, when you needed a license, I remember people had a license for the car, a license for the home and whatnot. And yeah, good stuff. So I'm gonna pass it back to you guys. Continue. Yeah, who was asking? Eric, no, that radio is toasted. That radio had a problem with the power supply. It wouldn't work on 120, but it will work on 12 volt. And but then you had to wait for it to warm up, something like that. Something. I don't know what. I can't remember exactly what the issue was with that Cobra base. But yeah. All right. Who else wants to say hello? All we ask is a first name and location.
Nick, the radio you're talking about for women was called the Realistic and Radio Shack Phone. They spelled the word phone incorrectly, but that's what it was. 20 channel and 40 channel. It was very attractive for women who put it in their car. CB, and most people back in Canada, in Toronto area, was on channel 11. And a lot of women, I heard them on radio. They go, breaker 11, and when they go on the highway, holy crap, 401 QEW disaster area. But that's when the first time I heard that.
Sorry, the camera is freaking out. Yep, yeah. JT saying he thought he already checked in after the guy that was number 21. JT, I don't know if you're still here with us. I did check you in as number 38. 38. All right. Where's Ted? Ted, where are you?
I'm here. I'm tired. I decided today was the day to take what was left of that broken, excuse me, Vector 4000 out of the top part of it was in the tree there, and then it was hanging on the other end on the coax off the tower. So I decided today was a nice day and there's no wind or anything. So yeah, faced my fears and climbed the tower there. So yeah, I took that down, and then I just put another antenna up on the top of the tower there. So not a CB antenna back there, but anyway.
Not a CB antenna? Oh my God! What did you use?
Yeah, I was gonna
Natural?
say the same thing. Not a CB antenna.
No, I just I got the beam here for CB, and it's got, it's horizontal and vertical on it, so I'll just use that. And so I just put on the other tower there, I just put a UHF VHF dual band antenna there. So anyway, but yeah, so yeah, the Vector just snapped off right at the base there with the ice the other day, and we had a lot of the ice and we had a lot of wind. So I pretty much knew it was going to be broken when I came home from work, and sure enough, it was.
Changing antennas.
It's too bad that it's a shame. I saw the picture of the antenna on your Facebook page. Holy Jesus Christ! Well, go put yourself a horizontal beam or something like that, or a horizontal beam with the back door. You're all set.
Yeah, I do have that already, Eric, on the other tower. Like it's a lightning antenna L2 quad. It's basically patterned after the PDL2. What it is.
Oh, excellent, great, good. Yes, you'll be able to contact everyone around here anyway, including me.
Yeah, I've talked to you before on that. I've had that antenna up a couple of years now, that beam. So anyway.
Anybody on here use a ham stick dipole?
Nope.
You saying it again? We just couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I've used ham stick dipoles where I took two. I've got a connector so that I can lay them horizontal and put one out one side, one out the other. And I think I've used it for 20 meters. I haven't tried on 10 meters, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work there either.
Do you find it effective, like compared to a vertical, or what's your opinion on it?
Well, verticals and horizontals are two different beasts. The vertical is, a vertical is okay. I think the dipole works a bit better. It all depends though. For instance, like a vertical, if you put it low to the ground, you're going to have a very low trajectory on takeoff, so it's great for skip stuff like that. But when you put it on horizontal as well, it functions slightly differently, and it all just depends on the condition and what's really working at that time.
The scenario I'm dealing with, my neighbor just up the road, he's a ham operator, and he dropped off a RCA antenna rotator and these ham stick dipoles with this, looks like a horizontal magnet for them. I was just wondering, is it even worth putting together?
Oh yeah, by all means. On the ham sticks, does it say what band they're for? Like usually they'll have something like 10, 20, 40, something 17, something like that. I'm hoping you're probably a 10 or a 12 meter ham stick. That way you can tune it for the CB band.
The label on them says 20 meters, and I got an auto tuner here, so I'm maybe hoping it might work.
Yeah, I guess what you can try is putting the whips in as far as possible and seeing what your SWR is. Because you want to bring your SWR down as much as possible before you put the auto tuner on. An auto tuner will not make your signal any better. So if it's a crappy SWR, it's still going to be a crappy signal. Like transmission, but if all it does is protect your radio from burning up with RF coming back down the line. So you want to get the SWR as low as possible before you use the auto tuner. Interesting. If I had time this week, which I probably won't, I'd take my 20 meters out and see if I can tune them to 11. But it's worth a shot. Just as I say, just connect and push. You would want to for 20 meters, push those rods in as far as possible and just see what the SWR is.
I'll give it I got nothing going on tomorrow, so I'll try to. It looks pretty beefy, this, I guess, vertical mount. It looks like 3/8 threads. Like, it looks well built.
The thing is, you might be able to get it to tune, but that doesn't mean it's going to be resonant, you know, on that frequency, right? Like my beam will, my 11 beam will tune pretty much all bands, but you know, it's basically useless on you know, like 80 and 40 and all that. Like I couldn't even talk to my neighbor on it, even though the tuner will tune it in the radio. But yeah, it's not resonant really.
What if I extended those whips so it would be, I don't know, what's an 11 dipole, 18 feet across? If I extended those metal whips, like I have enough little 1/4-inch rod here, that shouldn't be a problem.
Good stuff.
No, if anything, you have to shorten them because the main part of the of those ham sticks is a coil. It's just a long coil. It's probably about 3 feet long, right? 3 or 4 feet long, and there's wire coiled up in there. So that's what actually makes it longer. So if anything, you need to make the whips that you slide into it shorter. Maybe Ted can comment on that too, because I'm not sure how much wire is actually in a 20 meter in the coil part of a 20 meter ham stick.
You guys are going to make me do math on a Friday after a couple of beer? Great.
Yeah, I've never actually had one of those, let alone had one apart or whatever to really take a look at it. But yeah, I just know what my beam acts like. I thought, oh yeah, it's great. Like I was amazed that my tuner in my radio, because you know, tuner in the radio will only do like basically like 3-to-1 is pretty much all it's good for. And yeah, I tried a bunch of different bands there on the it's like a PDL2 copy, but man, I was surprised. I was like, oh, it'll tune. So then I was like, well, maybe I can talk to my neighbor. But yeah, I tried on 40 and 80, and he couldn't even hear me hardly, and he's only like 5 miles away. So tunes, but it doesn't work.
No, and that's what I was saying earlier. All this, it's not really. Everyone thinks that tuning is actually tuning the antenna when it's not. All it's doing is protecting your radio from RF coming back in. And that's why you have to tune the antenna before you turn the auto tuner on. You want to get as low as SWR as possible because no matter what, you know, unless you get a really good SWR, you know, by manually tuning, like physically tuning your antenna, that's the best signal you're going to get. All you're doing after that is protecting your radio. It doesn't make your transmission any better. So it's always better if you can get your SWR down as low as possible without any fancy tuners in, and then you put the tuner in just to save your radio.
So is the math the same for lowering SWR on a vertical as it is the ham sticks? I mean for height, because like with the vertical, the higher my vertical goes, it seems my SWR continues to go down.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things that go into it. Like with the ham sticks, when I tune mine, I usually put them up about 10 feet and then tune them. Obviously, you know, for 11 meters, you know, yeah, or like those are 20 meter ones. So if I was tuning them for the 20 meter band, I'd maybe stick them up a bit higher. But The main thing on those is the length of the whip. And so there will be an adjustment, a little set screw, right where the whip meets the coil part of the antenna. And you can loosen that off and then slide the whip in and out. And so I'm assuming that since those are 20-meter ham sticks, you're going to want to have to slide that whip in as far as possible to make the SWR drop.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. They're on the bench right now and completely closed. They're 46 inches each.
Yeah, and each of those has wire. You can probably see the wire underneath the casing wrapped up around it. Sort of like a barber's pole light that they used to have. With the lines going up it. And so that's what's actually making a 20-meter antenna a lot shorter. Is they've taken the wire and they've wrapped it around to make like a coil, and then you're just using the whip you stick in the end to do the fine tuning.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I thought the whip was a part of the entire antenna for sending and receiving. I didn't know it was for tuning.
Oh no, it is part of the sending and receiving, but envision a 20-meter antenna, a half wave 20-meter antenna is going to be 10 meters long, so that's like 30 feet. And so in order to make it so that it's more compact, like with those ham sticks, because you use those a lot for portable use. You don't want to have to carry around 2 30-foot pieces of pipe or 2 15-feet pieces of pipe to make each side of the dipole. So they take the wire and they wrap it around and make a coil, and that basically is effectively physically shortening the antenna, and then you have to whip out the end, and you're using the whip just to do the fine tuning on it once you get it set up.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see it now. Yeah, I can see. Well, I'm not going to count them. There's a lot of windings around. It's all covered in, looks like shrink wrap.
Yep, exactly. And if he had given you 40-meter whips, there'd be a lot. The windings would be a lot closer together because you have to get more wire going around that on a 40-meter antenna than you do on a 20. And if he had given you a 10-meter version, then there'd be even fewer windings on it. But yeah, that's what it's doing.
All right. Yeah, it seems like it's a worthwhile Saturday project to slam it together and see what I can do with it.
Yeah. I want to say, sorry, I jump in. I have to read the comments. Dim saying, I'm at his camp. He's using an inverted V antenna. I have a dipole that I made myself, and I can use it. I made a dipole for the 11 meters, and I can use it horizontally or in a V configuration, and it works amazing. Yeah, Ben says, yeah, the inverted V works very well. Yeah, I tried it many times. So I got some bad news for, I have like 4 people watching on Facebook. I found out what the problem is for the choppy sound. The choppy audio is if I plug in my charger, it's gonna sound choppy. Now that I unplugged the charger all this time, the audio is fine. But now if I plug in my charger, because the battery is dying on this device, if I can find the hole, now it might be choppy again. So that is the problem, guys. I found what the problem is. That is the problem. So let me see. Do I sound choppy? Give me 2 seconds, guys. Oh, I don't sound choppy. Okay, well, we'll continue then. We'll continue. All right. Yeah. A piece of wire. I cut a piece of wire. I think it was 14 gauge, 8.5 feet and 8.5 feet. Laird, you remember the poor man's dipole? We went for Parks on the Air with Laird, and I used that piece of wire, the dipole antenna. And yeah, it worked out very nice. We had a contact with I can't remember where, but it was far. Was it Brazil? I can't remember. South America, somewhere there. I don't know, Laird, if you remember. But yes, the piece of wire. That's all. That's all I used for a dipole.
Yeah, that one, that particular one was in South America, but then the last one you did, didn't we make a contact over in Italy or Greece somewhere?
Yeah, it was the time when I brought the Magnum, but one time we didn't use it because we spent all the time using the Kenwood. Remember, the Kenwood on the park there, and then it was another time that I brought the Magnum and we put it on a chair there, one of the red. Yeah, it was a red folding chair, and yeah, that was pretty far. I can't remember where, but yeah, the dipole worked really good. No junction box in the middle. Just twist the wire in one side, twist the other side on the ground of the coax. Just you know, put it up on the tree, and boom, it was ready to go.
Yeah, that was our first one. That was at Airman's Park, and yeah, I don't think you'd ever used your dipole before then, and I remember you being quite surprised that you key the mic and you're talking to South America. That was great, and I remember the Kenwood one as well.
Yeah.
That was a fun outing. Just think, once the weather gets nice again, we'll have to do it again.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I made a dipole there a couple winters ago with just some speaker wire I had laying around here. And I put it up in the yard there, horizontal, and yeah, I was surprised how well it worked. I made a lot of good contacts on that. Yeah, it was for the CB band, and it worked very well.
Yeah, JG also says that he uses a wire dipole in the northeast corner of his property, and it sounds good. With yeah, well, the dipoles are really nice for really good for a long distance, and so are the long wires as well. They're very good for long distance. Joseph says he wants to make an indoor dipole. That's going to be a tricky one. I haven't tried a dipole indoors. I tried a vertical antenna indoors. I can tune the antenna because I have a manual antenna tuner, and I can tune the antenna. I doubt if they can hear me around the corner. Yeah, I doubt if they can hear me around the corner when I key up. I could never get anybody, and yeah, you can. If it's just to listen, yeah, you can. If you don't subscribe to Rogers, connect the radio into the coax there. Assuming that if you don't subscribe, it's not connected on the other side. I use mine sometimes because the building is rectangular and goes about like 100 feet, more than 100 feet. So I have about 100 feet of coax that it's not connected to anything because I don't subscribe to them. So I can use that to listen. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. If you want to do an indoor dipole, yeah, of course, go ahead, just for listening purposes. I don't know how. I don't know, guys. You wanna if you tried before an indoor dipole, because dipole is good for DX. Will that matter if it's inside an enclosed space?
No, an indoor dipole will work just fine as long as you don't have a metal roof. If you have a metal roof, you're messed. But as long as you have enough room in your attic that you can stretch out, what is it? I forget how many feet it is for 11 meters times 2. You can run a dipole up there, no problem. And it doesn't even have to be, you could even run an end fed. Get the calculation for an end fed, and an end fed you can zigzag the wire to make it fit up in the attic. But that'll work no problem at all. As long as you don't have a metal roof. And next, just getting slightly off topic here, the next time we do a Parks on the Air, we should open it up to any of the guys in the area that want to come and join in, and they can bring their radios, and we can do a Parks on the Air, and then we can put the CBs on the antenna, and they can try working DX around the world too.
QSL.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead. Meant QSK.
Copy. I just want to check in. 290 Houston. Daniel.
Sorry. Yes, Daniel. Yes, of course. Didn't you check in before? I'm just checking on the list here. Sorry about that, guys. 290. No. Okay, I'll check you in, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Dan, 290. You are number 43, okay? Number 43 on the check-ins list. Good to have you here. We're talking about dipoles. And friend Joseph here suggested to put an indoor dipole. And I'm going to say hello to Mark. Mark, thanks for coming by. You are number 44, okay, Mark? On the live stream there on YouTube. Thanks so much for stopping by. You are number 44. Yes, sir. Breaker. Go ahead. All right. So yeah, we're talking about indoor antennas, and Joseph here, he says that he will try to put 250 watts on that dipole. Or did you try it and you couldn't get out? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Laird, sorry. Yes, you mentioned that if we go somewhere, we usually go into the east side, guys. So anybody from the east, if you would like to join us, we just go in a park and we set up a couple of antennas, and we try to make contact. So if you are in the east side, like in between Oshawa and Toronto, I'm pretty sure we can definitely meet up somewhere. So do we have anybody in that area in between?
Well, if they want to go for a drive, they can come from a distance too. We could always do it somewhere sort of northwest of here as well, and make a day of it. You know, we could bring a couple of barbecues and some cold pop and stuff, and sort of make a social living.
Speaking of dipoles, y'all, that's what I'm using right now at this point. I could probably show you a picture later on, but I got my dipole about 13 foot above the garage at a inverted V. Our base radio has no power. It does about 28 watts. But you could ask Wayne, man. On good conditions, I could talk to anywhere in Canada. I've talked to Wayne. I've talked to Mario 510. I've talked to California on a little rinky-dink dipole with 28 watts, man. Pretty awesome deal. Put up a picture, Daniel, and show them.
And confirm.
Hello, everyone. 757 down here in Texas, not far from Daniel. I'm back. I'm sorry I left out like I did a while ago, but our AC unit in my wife's office caught.
There's your picture, y'all. That's my dipole.
this. Yeah, Dan, 1 second. I'm gonna go in here, and that's the beauty of Zello. Ah, I got kicked out. No, I'm here. All right, so this is the picture. Yeah, he just put a vertical pole, guys. I don't know if you can see it on the right side here. Just a little vertical pole and a V configuration of a dipole. Very nice, very cool. Thanks, Dan, for sharing this.
Yeah, that's a inverted V dipole, about 13 feet above the garage.
Yeah, yeah. It works.
Just out of
very good.
curiosity, without the tuner, what's the SWR like on that?
You don't need to set the SWRs on that. You don't need no ground wires on that. It's all internal.
I got the same antenna, but I'm up about 20 feet. You have yours east to west?
Hi, Rob. I'll
No, mine.
give me a second.
It's
I'll
facing,
talk to you about
north,
the antenna
south.
and all that. Give me a second, okay? I'll check you in.
Okay, thank you
Ron.
very much.
You're number 45, okay?
Yeah, if you
Rob,
have an inverted V, the way the ends are, the signal is sort of going off the angle in that direction. If it was flat cross, like if he had it set up as just being a flat top, then it goes off the sides. But no, have you ever put an SWR meter on it?
No, I don't got one. Never needed it. Not with that outfit.
Okay, the only reason why I'm asking is the angle that you have your antenna at can cause the SWR to go off. I shouldn't say the angle that you have it at, but what I'm saying is that the different angles can cause the SWR to change a bit. So I'd just be interesting to know what the SWR is in the present configuration. And secondly, have you ever tried extending it out and making a flat top to see what difference it makes?
At one point in time, before I did that configuration outside, I had it in the garage, okay? In the garage. I had it horizontal in the garage. It did okay. I was only able to talk to some locals, but like I said, it was inside the garage. So I took it outside and did a inverted V. I know the inverted V needs to be a little bit further apart, but Ray could tell you I need a little bit longer sticks to get my inverted V a little bit further apart. But with that said, I'm still doing great. SWRs, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I don't have a meter. I just know it's working.
well, let me jump in here real quick. I made my dipole exactly 8.5 by 8.5. I remember I have the calculation somewhere. It's probably in a video, but I have it saved on my computer, which I cannot access, of course, right now, because I'm using every device available to stream because I'm streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. So once you bring the antenna up to the frequency, it doesn't need much. One time I used the antenna layered the same dipole that when we met, I brought you, remember, we were calling it the poor man's antenna. So that dipole, I used it on a V configuration, a V, not inverted V, a V. And I was testing with the Nano VNA, and yes, I played a little bit with the angle, and I brought the SWR down, and then only with the angle, without touching the length on its side, on each element. So only with the angle, because I had 2 strings, and then I will pull up one string. I'll make it a little bit closer, you know, make the angle a little bit closer, and that would bring the SWR And that was the time with 20 watts or 18 watts, 16 watts. I spoke to the guy Ronan in Slovenia out of a park down by the CNE grounds next to Lakeshore there. That was the first time. And then when I brought the antenna with you, we tried it horizontally. And if you remember, it didn't need anything. So it was right there on the money. Right there on the money. We have a new friend, Rob. Rob, thanks so much. I'm going to change the topic, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Rob is asking what kind of radio. He's a newbie. And both Dim and me said buy a radio with sideband. So, Rob, if you're listening, sideband is USB and LSB, lower sideband and upper sideband. Don't get a 980. Don't get the, what's the brand? 980? The Uniden. Don't get that radio because the screen tends to fade after a few years, and you're gonna lose your screen there. Most of the radios do fail like that. The Uniden 980 SSB. The President, it's an American brand, but everything is made in China. Okay, everything is made in China. So whatever you buy, depending on what you can afford, I don't know. I would buy. What would I buy? I don't know. Maybe this old radio here, a Radio Shack, or a realistic sideband. You can get of the new ones now. You can get a President. What was the President? Geez, yeah. Help me out, guys. Help me out. What are you suggesting? Anything with sideband, though.
If you just want a CB, I would offload my North American President McKinley.
Either he could get in a Anytone AT 5555 Plus. Those are good radios.
Yeah, the Quad 5. For anybody really getting into the DX or CB game, that the Quad 5 is the best radio.
The radio that I'm using with my antenna is a Texas Ranger 696. I think it is F6. I don't know. I have to look at it. But it only does about 28 watts. I've talked to Wayne. I've talked to Mario 510. I've talked to Winnipeg, California. Just on that little rinky-dink thing.
Oh, I've got the same radio. It's the Freedom One. And yeah, I talk all over North America, South America with it, and it's just a regular stock radio. So those are great little radios.
And a buddy of mine, bless his heart, gave it to me for Christmas, man.
Well, ask your buddy if he wants some more friends.
He ain't got no more radios, man. He doesn't need radios.
And we're all friends standing in line.
Anyways, guys, I got to duck out of here. It's been fun tonight, and looking forward to it again. Probably won't be on next weekend because I'll be getting all rested up for the Hamfest. It's a crazy thing running one of those things, but hopefully I'll see a bunch of you guys there next week. And by all means, talk to Neck when you're there, and you can point me out to you, and it'd be nice to put a face to a name. Anyways, 73 guys, chat with you later.
7-3s, I apologize. I won't be making it over the Hamfest, but I hope to take in a couple this summer. Won't be in April, so 7-3s.
Speaking of which, Wayne knows about this. We have it in my group. I don't know if y'all got instant messenger, but every now and then in our group, we will do a FaceTime where we can see each other. There's no way in hell that all of us can meet in one place and see each other and shake hands. So that's the second best thing, is do a FaceTime chat.
which oh gosh, which each other. You know what I mean? You can also do Zoom too. Yes, you can do the Zoom. You can do WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. There's all kinds of different things you can do that with. But that's like the next best thing. We're all not going to be able to meet each other. There's no way. We're too far apart. So if we do a FaceTime, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Anyway, we'll catch you later there, Laird, if you're still there. 7-3.
Can I break in here for a second? Where's the Handfest this year?
The Hamfest is next weekend. It's in Pickering, Ontario. It's the Durham Hamfest. And if you need more info, it's on Saturday morning from 9 till 12. And if you go to Durham Hamfest, that's DURHAM Hamfest, all one word, .com, you'll find all the information there.
It sounds good. Thanks. I'll have a look.
Bye, Laird. Thank you for stopping by. We'll chat. I didn't know why your message went to spam, but I fixed it. I apologize for that. And Facebook didn't let you do that. Okay, thanks. We'll chat this weekend for sure. Okay.
Okay, 73. Good night.
All right. Okay, guys. Anybody else would like to say something? I hope Rob got any answers here. We also have Ryan. Ryan. Oh, it's Ryan from the. Okay, got you, Ryan. Yeah, depending on how much money you want to spend there, Rob. It depends on how much money you can get go with the President McKinley, the George, the new Washington, the Lincoln, the Anytones. They have Anytone Quad 5, Anytone Quad 6. They have many radios. All of those radios have sideband. That's why we're suggesting these radios. All of those radios have sideband. So that's why we're suggesting USB and LSB.
Rob, if you're still listening, like if you want to start out, if you're a beginner and you want to get into like free banding on 11 meters, don't go with the President line. Go with an Anytone Quad 5 or a Quad 6. The mod is easy, and then you have the entire 11 meters open to you.
I would prefer the Quad 6 because all you got to do is just flip the switch on the Quad 6. You can go to 11 meters, just a flip of a switch.
So that's an Anytone Quad 6?
Yes, sir.
The Quad 5 sounds better, better noise reduction.
It's a bigger radio, Quad 5. Quad 6, a little tiny radio. You could fit that little radio in pretty much anywhere if you don't have a whole lot of space.
I'll check them both out.
Also, the Quad 6 does more watts. The Quad 5 may do 40 to 50, I think. Yeah. Quad 6 can do anywhere from 50 to 60.
Yeah, but can't you put an amplifier to them?
You can. if you choose to. Get you a high drive amplifier.
Thing with that Quad 6, you run that thing, wide open, they get very hot. The heat sink on that Quad 6 is not
Sorry about the
good
sound, guys. I think
at
it
all.
should be okay now.
The Quad 5N2 has a lot better heat sink for sure.
I've never had a heating issue with my Quad 5, and I'm in northern Alberta, and I can hit England on my Quad 5 all day long if the conditions are normal.
Yeah, the problem with the Quad 6 is if you try to max it out, you can blow the final set of it fairly easily. The Quad 5N2 took me a while to warm up to it. Once I figured out how to run it, I had a discussion here a week or two ago about using it in VFO mode. I've actually taken channels 9, 7, and 5, and I'll probably put something in 6 and 8. Where if I tune down there, I've already got it set. It still shows it's on band D, but on channel 7, I'm on 27555 without switching bands.
I personally don't have no experience with neither. I'm just going by from what I hear. I don't use them. My company truck, I use a Striker 955, the original series. In my personal truck, I use a RCI 2970 DX 150. And then my Texas Ranger in the garage.
I really do like my 955, but I don't know. I think for convenience in the truck and visibility of what's on the screen, I think the Quad 5 and 2 has some advantages. It might be 15 or 20 watts less output, but it's close. I talked to the Bahamas on it out of the pickup truck here a couple nights ago.
I'm glad you guys like the Quad 5. I just got one.
Oh, it's a fine radio. I've seen pictures of it. It's a fine looking radio. It really is.
I've had a Quad 6. I've had a 955. I've had a QT40. And I have a Quad 5N2 right now, and that's my favorite one out of all those. They're all good radios, but I don't know. I just like the noise reduction in the Quad 5N2. It's pretty handy.
Now, if I had the money, I would go out and buy that new one. Ranger came out, the RCI. No, it's called the. What the hell is it called, Wade? The RCI. Anyway, it's the Longhorn. The Longhorn Extreme. Yeah, the RCI Longhorn Extreme. Supposed to do like 600 watts, man. Well, in that case, you better get your big power supply. Now, that picture I sent was Anytone 55 plus. That's the radio that I have.
Definitely want to wear that. What do you call it, Daniel Longhorn? You definitely want to wire that directly to the battery, and probably my K30 antenna would not care for that kind of input. Yeah, that's breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Absolutely. Get it, burn your K30 up. Burn it up, man.
but it ain't gonna touch my whip. Not at all. My whip would love it.
Speaking of whips, Ron says he watched the video of those ham sticks. If you push in the whip too deep, it reacts with the SWR. The whip in the coil acts as a choke affecting the SWR, so you have to cut it. So yeah, I used to tune those antennas back in the day because I used to sell them, but as single, like for somebody to put it in a truck. So by moving the stick inside the coil, yeah, it didn't do much. As you said, Ron, you need to catch it. You need to cut it. Sorry. Paul is saying all I find myself using these days is my Magnum 257 HP. Really, Paul, very nice. I'm thinking I'm gonna need an Emperor DS5010 for parts to get mine back up and running. Yeah, the Emperors are good radios too. Ron says he has an ICOM 718. One diode is taken out and it does 11 meters. Yeah, you can do, and you have 100 watts, and you don't need more than 100, to be honest. Sometimes you can get away with 12 and 14. So it all depends. If there is conditions, you will talk with 10, 12 watts. If there is no conditions, you can push a kilowatt. Nothing's gonna happen. All right. What else? It's 10:53. It's almost 11 o'clock. We're gonna shut it down at 11, so it's about 7 minutes left, guys. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. We started with some technical difficulties. No audio at the beginning on YouTube, then choppy audio on Facebook, then the Zello kept kicking me out. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be. But anyway, we made it for 2 hours. So keep talking, guys. The floor is yours. We have another 7 minutes. See, the battery on the device I'm using on Facebook is dying. So now the audio is not choppy, but if I plug in the charger, it will start sounding choppy again, and it's annoying, I know. So until the battery dies, hopefully it will last another 6 minutes. We'll get the stream going on Facebook. Back to you guys. Go ahead.
Jack, could you put like a clip-on ferrite to your charging cord? Would that quiet that feedback down?
Chop, chop. Choppity, chop, 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 chop.
It might, but when I plug in the charger, that poor thing overheats. Like the other day, when I used it last Friday, I put my hand next to the camera, and I had it on charging like the whole time, and that poor thing is overheating. I don't know if I think it's the actual device that's acting up. So I don't think that will make it. JG says I have to run. Have a wonderful night, everyone. UDX73, John from SoCal. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Have a good night and a good weekend coming up. And we'll catch you up on the next one. There you go, guys. Go ahead.
No, I'm going back in. I just took another picture before you split, man. That's the whip. It's not cut. My whip is not cut.
Let's take a look at the picture.
On that whip, 1.1, 1.2.
You guys can see. I'll bring it a little bit closer. Zoom.
Yeah, if that charger's getting hot, Nick, you might want to get you a new charger. Sounds to me like that one's getting ready to go.
Who are you talking to, me?
No, I was talking to Nick.
10-4.
Yeah, that charger is gonna go kaput.
Yeah, you might want to get you a new one.
Yeah, Daniel, was it the whip I was talking to you on? I don't know, I talked to you one time. There, I think you're in the mobile when I was talking to you.
I wasn't in that truck, sir. I was in my company truck using my Striker 955 on a little Wilson antenna.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed with Wilson. I had given up on mine. That's when you were camping at Bayfield Head. The day that I got a hold of Dan out there in BC from the mobile was a little Wilson. When I was driving up into Goderich there, he says I smoked him. That was pretty impressive day. That was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you're sounding good on that. Yeah, definitely. That little antenna works.
Oh,
I was surprised. The little connector at the radio end there's something wrong with the coax. I got to snap that up, put a new connector on it. But I've been running the K30 that I picked up at Dorchester pickup truck, and it seems to be doing a pretty decent job.
And I was surprised I was able to reach you, because where I was at the point in time when we talked, I was in tree cover. The street that I was driving, I was covered up in trees, man. And I got through them and got you. Pretty awesome deal it was. On that little Willie antenna, that Striker 955 pushing maybe 60 watts.
Well, where were you? What antenna were you running, Daniel? Last weekend, I picked up out of a garage. You had the truck in the service center in Houston, and I talked to you mobile to mobile.
That one, man. The Striker with the little Willie antenna in the garage.
That was impressive.
You ain't lying. I was blown away. I was sitting in the garage waiting to get an oil change. My Striker 955 with the little Willie antenna.
Rod Joe on the little Willie antenna. Okay, guys, the battery died on the other device, so the stream on Facebook is down. And 1 minute left here on YouTube. I want to say thank you to my friend Paul for stopping by, and all of you that joined tonight. We're going to keep it short. 2 hours, I think, is more than enough. There is no conditions to talk on the radio. And yeah, it's pretty much dead. I don't know if it's one of those solar flares again and those explosions up there on the sun and whatever that's affecting whatever. But every night, I think it's like that. There is no conditions. All right, 11 o'clock, 2 hours. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for stopping by. It was our Friday night live net here on YouTube and Facebook. It's your host, Nick. I want to wish you a good night, a good weekend coming up, and a good rest of the week. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. One last time, let me hear you guys with your good nights, and we'll shut it down. Over.
Well, somebody on the Boneyard checked here this evening, and there was a solar event this morning, and we think maybe that's what's kind of got us suppressed right now. So just my thoughts on that. 9 Oscar Charlie 236, Wayne Van Aster, Ontario. Going to be on here with people that stay behind for a wee bit, but for the rest of the world, good evening.
290. Good night, y'all. I'm going to hang out for a bit, then I might swing back to the dark side.
Uh-oh, the dark side. Yeah, I guess most of the people fall asleep there. That's fine. Thank you all, guys. I know we have 12 people watching on YouTube, but my apologies. I have to shut it down. It's getting late, and the Hamfest season is starting. So in 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have to shut it down early again every time there is a Hamfest next day, because I have to drive all over Ontario again to go and attend the event. So thank you guys. Big thank you for your love and support. I'll see you guys on the next one. 73.
Well, I know a lot of you don't understand when I say dark side. That don't mean I'm going to go good night. It's just what we call my group. Anyways.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a small thing about the 11-meter boneyard. It's not really the dark side. That's just code for flipping over the other way.
All right, I'll say 7-3 there, guys. Good hearing everyone out there. Catch you later.
9 Oscar Charlie 923. And see right here, if I don't drown from the water table rising up here, I'll see you all next week. Have a good night. Don't be standing by.
Eyes of water, Mama.
10-4. I'm gone. Wayne, I'll catch you up with you this short.
Copy. Bashful people. Like, we're here, but we're quiet.
Yeah, tonight it was a very tough crowd, eh? Very tough crowd. So I don't know what is going on, but yeah, let me see here. Here. My mouse, I'm losing my mouse. Tonight is crazy. Where did my mouse go? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, go ahead for a little while. I'll be here on the side.
Yeah, I think the crew was otherwise occupied for a little bits of time. We got it rocking and rolling for a while, but I think people were, their thoughts might have been elsewhere at the same time as they were here. That makes for difficulty following and contributing. I know I was guilty of that. Checking out my Facebook.
All right, I'll be back. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. 73, have a good one.
I'll be back.
Have a good one. Oh, yeah.